You know it's officially the off-season when your RV isn't parked. It's in timeout. You tell yourself you're going to use these months productively, but really, it's just a waiting room until spring. Every RVer gets ambitious this time of year. It's actually the same optimism that makes you think you can back into your campsite on your first try. So let's talk about the RV off-season bucket list. You know, things you'll say you'll do, but you won't. Because these are things every camper promises every year and never deliver. It's not a list, it's a ritual of self-deception. Welcome back to the Camping Loop. Number 1 on the list, you're going to organize all your camping gear. Every RVer says this. It's like a sacred vow. You picture yourself surrounded by neat plastic bins, each one of them labeled by category, of course. Cooking, supplies, miscellaneous regret. But what really happens is you drag everything out of the garage, make a massive pile, stare at it for an hour and say to yourself, well, this looks worse than before. Then you'll get distracted and probably start reminiscing. Oh, remember when we used this grill 3 summers ago in Tennessee? 3 hours later, you're watching old GoPro footage of a raccoon stealing your chips, and that pile hasn't moved an inch. By January, your organization project's going to turn into a game of Tetris with Rubbermaid bins, and the best part is you'll say it's temporary, but next season you'll be rummaging through the same chaos saying to yourself, I know I put it somewhere. Number 2 on the list, you're finally going to fix that one thing that broke last summer. This one's adorable. You've been ignoring that leaky faucet or broken hinge for the last 6 months, but this winter is the time you decided you're going to become a handyman. Then it turns into, well, I'll get it done right after the holidays. And then it turns into, well, now it's cold. And then you think, well, technically it still works. Your RV repair strategy becomes a combination of duct tape, denial, and prayer. And by spring, you'll have a long list of things you almost fixed. And if somebody asks you if you got to it, you'll just say, I'm waiting on the parts. Next on the list, you're going to deep clean your RV. You're going to say things like, I'm going to really get down there and scrub every corner this year. But you won't. What will really happen is you'll show up, open the door, look at the chaos, and all of a sudden remember you'd rather organize your sock drawer. You might even buy a new vacuum attachment, because that's your idea of commitment. You'll talk about it, you'll tell your friends, this weekend we're going to tackle it. And then this weekend turns into next weekend, and next weekend turns into, well, it's almost too cold now. Even if you do start, you'll probably stop halfway through when you find that mysterious sticky spot on the floor that's been there since last summer. You'll just say to yourself it builds character. By springtime, the only thing you've really cleaned is your conscience. You'll be out there scrambling before your first trip. That's what we always do. Well, technical difficulties, I suppose. You know, filming outside and running out of battery. Who would have thought I was unprepared? Anyway, number 4, I believe we're on. You're going to start planning next year's trips early. And you say this every fall like it's a business meeting. You'll open up the laptop, pull up the campground websites, maybe even make a spreadsheet. 2 hours later, you're going to book nothing. But you've had 2 arguments by now. Number 1, how far is too far? And the second, why do we need hookups? It's camping. You'll probably give up and say something like, yeah, let's book them after the holidays. But after the holidays, keep in mind, all the good campsites are already taken because people did what they said they were going to do. You're going to end up behind a water treatment sewage plant and end up calling it rustic. And by April, you're going to be saying, next year, we're planning everything early. And that's how you know the cycle started. It's not camping. It's frickin' Groundhog's Day with reservation fees. Number 5 on the list. This is the year you're finally going to remodel the RV. Those are the famous words every optimistic camper said. You've probably watched enough renovation videos to think you can turn your 2005 trailer into a tiny house on wheels. You've ordered flooring, picked out paint colors, and you probably talked to your friends about how you're renovating the space. Then reality sets in. You start pulling things apart and realize the factory used about 800 screws and a small amount of witchcraft to hold everything together. Then there's always that moment, the what have I done moment. You know, when your RV looks like a demolition zone and you're standing in the middle with a screwdriver and a bag of chips. By January, your project playlist is replaced with comfort shows, and you rebranded your renovation as a work in progress. Translation, there's nothing happening to it until the temperatures reach above 60 degrees and your will to survive returns. Number 6 on the list, I'm going to get everything serviced and ready early, which unfortunately is another lie wrapped with some optimism. You'll say things like, this year, we're not waiting till the last minute. Next thing you know, spring arrives, and you got cobwebs on your hitch. You'll call the service center, and they'll tell you they can't get you in till mid-July, and you're going to have to respond with, well, I guess that's fine, even though that's when we were going to go camping anyway, because apparently irony is standard equipment. So you probably start doing it yourself. You're in the driveway with tools you don't understand, watching a guy like me on YouTube tell you what not to do, but you'll probably do it anyway. And if you're lucky, hopefully the only thing that breaks is your patience. If not, congratulations, you've learned the true definition of off-season project. Number 7 on the list, we'll go camping at least once this winter. But you won't. You'll talk tough in November like, oh, we're hardcore campers. We don't need warm weather. And then the first frost hits and you think to yourself, maybe next weekend. If you do go, you end up telling everybody that it's peaceful. But that peace turns into silence the minute your generator froze. You'll tell yourself it's cozy until you realize the condensation dripping from your ceiling is a humidity crisis. Winter camping sounds like a bunch of fun until you realize your toes are frozen, you've run out of propane, and now the only source of heat is your anger. You're going to wake up wearing 4 pairs of pants and 3 jackets and mutter to yourself, maybe camping is a summer sport. Number 8 on the list, we're going to use this time to save money. Sure you will, because somehow not camping costs just as much as camping. This is the season where all the expensive stuff decides to stop working. Your battery dies, your tire dry rot, and your roof's had enough of your lies. Then over the winter is when everybody upgrades their camping gear. Next thing you know, you spend $600 on Amazon on a leveling system you're never going to install. You'll just say it's an investment, but you know what the real investment is? The camper itself. But it looked good in the video. Last on the list, we're going to take better care of the camper this year. And unfortunately for some folks, this is the biggest lie of them all. You'll say things like, this year we're going to wax it, we're going to cover it, we're going to check on it once a week. But then the snow comes and you don't see it again till Easter. You'll tell yourself it's fine because denial is the most powerful insulation known to man. Come spring, you find out the mice have thrown a family reunion inside your pantry and your battery's deader than your optimism. And yet every year, we do this over and over again. We make a list, we lie to ourselves, we say this year's going to be different. It won't be. And that's kind of the point, because those lists, those little promises, they're not about productivity. It's about pretending we're still in the game, and the camping season never really ends. It just moves to the garage for a few months. So yeah, a lot of us won't deep clean, we won't plan ahead. We'll just show up at the camper once in a while and check on it and whisper things like, hey, can't wait till that next trip. And honestly, for some that's enough. Until then, enjoy your off-season bucket list. And if you actually do accomplish anything, keep it to yourself. You're making the rest of us look bad. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you in the next one.